How can you see tomorrow? Going to rise. Me and you fly tomorrow. Become so.
Okay. Welcome
Pardon me.
back.
We're
Sorry,
back.
yes,
We're back.
we're definitely out of practice here, folks. We apologize.
He does. I don't.
See, do your thumbs still work? Nah.
Oh.
You have to try the double one. Oh, you see? They changed it. You no longer get the fireworks.
Oh, that's it. I quit. The last show of the year.
That's right. You sound like you're a little sick there, Mike.
Yeah, I'm not. My throat's a little bit scratchy, but I'll survive.
Well, I know Kay's watching. Hello, Kay. Hello, Karen. Welcome back. And to everybody else that's going to join us and watching us later, welcome back to Off the Cuff. Mike, it's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
We thought about what we're going to talk about tonight. And
Whatever.
and honestly, did I get a heck of a lot of work done? Not really. I mean, I got some done, but the topic, well, you came up with the topic, so you tell them what the topic is tonight. I'm going to sit back. I need a drink.
It's funny because I was actually thinking like, you're gonna play something along the lines of the X-Files music.
I honestly never even thought of that, but I should have. I should have.
I mean, obviously, off the cuff, we're not always about the ghosts.
No, and that is definitely true. I mean,
the
you can
paranormal is pretty broad spectrum, right?
only a. It doesn't quite fit in this box, does it? I mean,
No, it's more like
yes, exactly. It's more like that. Oh my Lord. And I keep looking over here, guys, because I got my laptop on, so I'm actually looking at the stuff that I can see. StreamYard's actually changed the format, so it makes it really difficult to, like, it's weird. Like, the comments pop up great, but I can't see everything else I'm doing because they've changed the format. And I'm like, no!
I can see that. I can see, yeah.
Oh, you can actually see. You can see the format change.
Well, I can see comment stuff now, which I couldn't see before. I still have to go between screens. I can kind of see us in behind the comments. If that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I could show the comments live if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
But I just thought I'd leave them off to the side so we can see them. And I can see them both here and here. It's funny, Karen's got a $sign next to her name. I'm not sure what that's about, but it's only on my phone. Can I tell you?
Oh no, she doesn't have a $sign on my screen. She just
mine it does, but probably because I'm I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, or I don't know. Maybe. Oh, well, let's see. Can I pay? No, I'm just kidding. I can type, but to do so, I have to scroll. Then I lose you. What? What? What do you? Hang on a second.
What do you watch? She must be watching. Well, obviously she's watching on YouTube.
What happens if I do this?
It's very little.
Oh, okay. Well, hang on a second. I'm
Because
going to.
you have to keep in mind, I'm watching on my phone, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's
Well,
a
I'm
small
just gonna.
screen.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I think for our next show, I'm gonna actually we have a spare iPad in the house. We
Yeah.
may get that set up so that I could actually read the comments. But
Yeah.
okay,
I
I have
don't.
a crown. What is that? Kay has a crown next to her name on my end.
Okay. Has a crown.
I don't see that.
I don't see that either.
No.
I have no idea. Like I said, things have changed, so I'm trying to catch up with all the changes. But there was about 30 of them. So, I mean, I can do intro videos and exit videos and friggin' blown. I can make people bubbles. I mean, it's all kinds of weird stuff, man. I mean, I can probably send him interdimensionally across the other side if I really wanted to.
That's
Hang on.
funny because you
Oh,
know
wait a
what?
minute. Wait a minute. See?
What the hell did you do?
I don't like that. I'll go back.
That was so Star Trek of you.
which does bring us to, I guess,
That's the
the,
weirdest segue ever.
the whole point of the show here, right? And by the way, people, for those that know her, that don't see her, Christy couldn't join us this evening. She was busy, but she'll watch later.
And our good friend Amy is also in England right now, and she'll watch later too.
That woman should be up and watching right now.
Right? It's like 3:30 in the morning or something, isn't it? 4 o'clock in the morning. Come
Exactly.
No excuses.
Exactly. So, again, today's whole thing is a mix right off the bat.
Yeah, it's outer space.
It
Really?
Not just outer space, but other things. So let's start off where you first kind of started, and that was outer space. Now, what part? Because I mean, outer space is huge.
Well, aliens, right?
You're talking like real illegal aliens.
You mean from Mexico?
They're not illegal.
Oh, right.
Talking about the ones that are coming in from the stars and the planets, the little green and the grays and stuff like that.
The greens and the grays. You know what's funny is I was actually looking that up, and there's actually 4 different types of aliens, supposedly.
Well, I know there's grays, and
There
I know
is grays.
Is there greens?
No, hang on. I gotta find it here. Where did I put it? Oh my god. I actually wrote this down because I was like, oh my goodness, where did it go? Okay. Grays.
Yeah.
Nordic.
Nordic? That's not that you didn't you said Nordic.
Nordic.
Okay. Nordic.
Insectoids, whatever it's called.
And they get along very well with the Nordics.
Probably. And then these ones probably really like the insectoids. They're called the reptilians.
So, that brings up a whole other. Well, now that's a rabbit hole inside of a mountain, for Pete's sake. Isn't there a whole issue with the reptilians and like supposedly exactly, Kay?
What did Kay say? Let me see here. Oh, the royal family. Well, yeah, don't they like blink sideways instead of this way? Is it blinking sideways?
Well, no, some blink sideways, and some of them just the inner eyelid blinks down, and blinks back up. So we'll have to ask Amy when she gets back if she saw any blinking
Or
blinking
they blink
aliens.
one eye and then they blink another in a different.
Walk around very slowly back and forth, and then take a step. Not that
And
kind of-
I assume they eat the insectoids, right?
that would make them pretty small.
Well, yeah.
Unless the lizards are really, really big.
So the reptilians, they're like the reptile guys, and
Yeah.
the insectoids are like the really tiny aliens.
Okay, so where do all these aliens supposedly originate from?
Outer space.
Well, yeah, I know that, but is there different sections? Like, are they coming from the Andromeda galaxy or the
Well-
insectoid nebula or something like that? Like, where do people think?
So there was one guy, and this guy, he seems to have think they came from a certain place. I did write it down here. I do actually have look, papers. This isn't really off the cuff, is it?
Well, it sort of is. We always have papers.
Well, I know, right? I got papers. I got papers.
I got computer.
No, there was actually Beetlejuice. That's where one guy seems to think they're all coming from. There's a planet system in Beetlejuice, near the Beetlejuice star. And
There's
you know
Beetle-
Beetlejuice is actually going to go supernova soon, right?
I'm sorry, but Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice.
Like, did you actually say Beetlejuice?
Oh,
Not that I should
You
ever
said it
say
3 times.
Beetlejuice. Uh-oh.
I'm watching for him.
That's right. So there is actually somebody thinks there's a planet called Beetlejuice?
Well, no, okay, the star is Beetlejuice, but there was a planet that's orbiting the star of Beetlejuice. So the star is actually going supernova. So the theory is that their aliens are coming from this planet because they know the star is going to go supernova, and they came here. So they've been actually, according to this guy, they've been spying on us for quite a while
Now this
to
is
make sure
this
that
is,
our planet is kind of inhabitable for them.
this is the insectoids or the
It doesn't really say. I think all of them.
Because they say
All of them.
that supposedly the lizard people are infiltrating us, and you get all these AI videos of like the blinking and the teeth and the weird changes and the face changes and everything else. And I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure the queen didn't really live in a cave somewhere. What was she eating grubs for breakfast?
totally
I don't
not.
know. I mean, honestly. It almost gives me as much heebie-jeebies as talking to a flat earther.
you know. Never mind. I'm not going to go there.
That's a whole other hole.
No, I heard a dad joke about how the Earth is actually flat because it doesn't have any soda. I don't know, something along those lines.
Doesn't
I don't
have
remember
any-
the joke.
Well,
Yeah, when you leave pop out for too long, soda, if you leave it out too long, it goes flat.
um,
Something along those lines.
you barely been on here 10 minutes. We're already going to have to smack you. Well, I mean, honestly, they say that they've got underwater bases and all kinds of things, and since they're UFOs,
Mhm.
I mean, I still question, and I know we've done the topic of UFOs before, but I mean, don't you think aliens would have to be the star is located in the Orion constellation? Well, thank you. Okay. Beetlejuice. Go figure. Oh, it's a red supergiant. Okay. That's for those that are asking. It's a red
Well,
supergiant.
eventually, like I said, it's going to go supernova, and apparently, from what I've read, when it does, we're going to be able to see it in daylight.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, it's pretty big.
yeah, it's huge.
Hmm.
It makes our sun look like tiny.
Hmm.
So I could understand why, if there is aliens inhabiting the planet that's orbiting that star, why they'd
Okay,
want to come
so
here.
okay,
Because our
so
sun is like pretty safe, right? So
I know Kay's going to go and do this when I say it. How far is it away from Earth, Kay? I can hear it now. Clickety 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 click. I mean, you would think that the aircraft or whatever they're flying in, spaceships, flying saucers, whatever, that I mean that they would have to literally to reach us be able to not just travel at the speed of light or 20 times the speed of light or 50 times the speed of light. I mean, come on, like the Enterprise only did what? Warp 10? I mean, what's it,
yeah,
10 times the speed
it
of
could
light?
push, it could push it, but yeah. So
13 or something
my
like that?
theory,
Actually, it went from 12 to 14, but anyway, that's besides the point.
yeah, my theory, and there's probably others out there that think it, if they are real, right? Because obviously it would take a long time, even by those speed standards, they would be traveling interdimensionally.
Well, now, hold on. That all depends on which theory. And I was going to say the same thing you just said. I was seriously just going to say that. But then I watched Stargate. So if you take a wormhole, are they really going that far? Is it classified as interdimensional when you go through the old iris?
And maybe there's a black hole that they've traversed and can't go back.
Well, you'd think they'd be smarter than that, wouldn't you? I
Well,
mean, come on.
if
They have
if
aircraft. They have aircraft, some type of aircraft that can go zip, zip, like and hit the water and not explode. I mean, like at super hypersonic speeds. You would think
yeah,
they would know how to get home.
possibly, but you know what? Maybe they can't. Maybe they thought they could, but they can't. Because really, a black hole is, scientifically speaking, nothing can escape it. So, but
That
some
is
people, some scientists, pardon me, seem to think that when you enter a black hole, you can survive it, and it may actually take you somewhere else.
so they don't know where, and you can't
No,
survive. As far as they know, you can't survive the gravity.
the gravity, like scientifically speaking, it doesn't make sense to be able to survive it. It's just going to crush you, right? Nothing escapes it. Nothing, not
Exactly.
even light, right? That's why it's called a black hole. But what if these aliens that are visiting us, these insectoids and reptilians, what if they did survive it, right? So these crafts, obviously, there's footage that we've seen on the internet, and it's showing them zipping along faster than anything that we can make on Earth. So that means that they're technologically advanced. So perhaps they did survive going through a black hole and ended up here.
Well, Karen said the thought of black holes freak me out. Kay said a holes freak me out, Karen.
Yeah, a-hole freaked me out too.
You know, okay, that I can see that as being plausibly possible. You know, I mean, okay, so if that's the case, let's just say that hypothetically, that somewhere along that line they run interdimensionally, whether it's a black hole or you know the star creates something that allows them to travel faster and faster than possibly ever known to mankind, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe they have a Stargate, I don't know, or the equivalent of, who knows. I mean, that would be really cool as long as, like, you know, those funky bad worm guys aren't on the other side. But anyway, if they could do that, does that mean that when you start looking at the things with the cryptoids like Bigfoot, Mothman, and stuff like that, Nessie, are they actually traveling here, and thus is why nobody can ever quite get a complete evidence of their existence? You think they're interdimensional?
I mean, I've brought it up before that potentially they could be an interdimensional being, especially like the fact that nobody seems to be able to capture them on film, or it's really shitty film footage, even though we have the best technology right now available, and
I
you
mean,
still can't
yeah,
capture anything, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, why
So
can't we capture it like us? We're running 1080p here. I mean, why, can we get a big hairy face to come up and, you know, me Bigfoot?
yeah, I mean, you don't think of Bigfoot as being an alien though, right? Like it's just, to me it's like almost like a gorilla.
Yeah, but it's a lot bigger than a gorilla.
True.
I mean, gorillas don't quite have feet that big.
All right, what's the comment here?
And normal ghosts
Shadow
could be,
people.
huh?
Shadow people, not our normal ghosts. Could they be extraterrestrial? Well, that's an interesting theory too. Is like um, some theorists believe like they are like a fourth dimensional being, right? So if they are in a dimension that we can only see in certain conditions, that may explain shadow people.
It could. Give me 1 second here, folks. I'm just typing.
Yep.
Oh,
Um, Another suggestion, Kay, the beings, shadow people, for example, may be from a different realm within our own planet, similar or parallel to ours. Again, so um, how do I word it? So if they are in a parallel dimension, so they're here but they're not here, if that makes sense.
okay, so let me ask you this. Um, you look at shadow people, you look at all these possible aliens, interdimensional. You look at the events that happen, and one event I did manage to put together a quick little video, and I'd like you to show this because it brings into question um, something that takes place, and part of this conversation was the whole point of cover-ups, right? Cover-ups, conspiracies. And the government that we know of has covered up so much. So when you're looking at aliens alone, cryptoids alone, why is there so much? Why are the government so afraid to let it out? Any thoughts? Now, before I say more, now understand at the end of this, there is something that I wrote in there, and everybody will agree with me when you see it. And then we'll carry on from there because there's a whole line that we're going to delve into. Now, this is one big friggin' rabbit hole, okay? I'll just say this. Have a look. So really quickly, oh, hang on.
Hey, where are you?
Oh, I don't know. I
Oh,
messed it up. I'm still trying to learn all this again.
it's
But
okay.
anyway, did you recognize the video?
I've seen the video before, yes.
Yeah. So I took just snippets of it because I don't want to get in trouble for using it. But that was basically the alien autopsy from the Roswell crash, or
Yeah,
supposedly the Roswell crash. Now it was shown later that that video was faked. It
yeah.
was actually proven that it was fake. But the crash, something did happen out at Roswell. Something
Something
definitely
crashed,
did
yeah,
happen.
yeah.
And it what did you say? Worldwide panic, or who's to say the governments do have evidence. Well, that's true, Karen. We can't say that. But something did crash there. And I remember watching a video where one of the guys that found something took some material. I don't know if you ever saw this or not. Took some material. You could crinkle it up and it would just come up right back flat, smooth. You could never destroy it. You couldn't tear it, you couldn't rip it, you couldn't bend it, you couldn't do it. Just you could crinkle it up and it would just come back out flat.
Yeah.
What kind of material does that?
Well, alien material, obviously.
Well, I mean, other than one of those little hoses that shrink back down to nothing again. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it makes you wonder, what did they find? And did they memory foam? No, yeah, but no, that's not memory foam, Kay. This was like almost like a mylar type of material.
Yeah.
And even when you crinkle mylar, you can still see the crinkles in it. This came out perfectly flat. It was weird. It was weird. And these people did see it. People saw something crash. Okay, so was it a high altitude air balloon that was scheduled to go up from, let's say, Area 51, and spy on Russia to try and collect, as they say, nuclear or evidence of nuclear activity? That's what they said. You know,
I personally think something did crash there, yes. Was it alien? I mean, I think there was some advanced technology used there, and people started putting things together because there was stuff they'd never seen before. And then it just kind of grew from there. So, the scientists are always experimenting with new things, right? And perhaps they were trying something that had never been used before and it failed. And the guys, they brought in the military because they wanted to keep it secret. They were most likely trying to test some sort of military spy type stuff, right? Because it wasn't the Cold War yet, but it was after World War II, right? It was 1940.
So they went out of their way to try and just say, this is what it was.
It's easier to say if it could potentially be extraterrestrial rather than, hey, we're working on something that the military is using.
Now, do you think that's why they don't let anybody into Area 51, because it's strictly military?
That's where they are, what they're saying. That's the line they toe right now. Yes. I mean, everybody and their dog seems to think it's not that there's more to it and there's things going on down there that they don't want to talk about. And, Karen had a good point. Like, why would you want to admit that there's, we've captured an alien, we have alien technology? It's going to cause mass hysteria.
But, I mean, maybe at a certain point it would have, but you still think it would even now?
Now, in modern day, no, probably not. We've been subjected to so much science fiction that I think we're almost immune to anything that could possibly come our way. Right? Like, we've read books, we've watched TV shows, movies, whatever. And yeah, it also will seem like Hollywood if it actually becomes real. But I don't think that we're going to get to the point where, pardon me, it may not be the hysteria that there would have been in 1947.
True. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple things, okay? One thing that the government covered up, Area 51. We know they covered that up. We even know today that there are men in black that wander around in trucks and, watch you. Groom Lake, Nevada, USA. All right? Government storing, researching alien craft bodies and reverse engineering technologies. So that's reverse engineering alien technology, okay? Linked to Bob Lazar's 1989 claims that he worked on recovered alien craft at S4 near Area 51. Government stance denied Area 51's existence until 2013. Why would they deny the existence until not just say, hey, yeah, there's something there, but it's secret. We're not going to tell you. No, outright denied it. Why? Right? So there's that. Hang on.
Yeah.
Still, A black site facility, no proof of aliens, but secrecy fuels ongoing theories.
Yeah, secrecy always will fuel stuff like that, though.
So
Right? If you try to keep something a secret, everyone's going to start using their imagination of what it could be.
yeah, but if you deny it outright, everybody's still going to go and look and go, hey, look, it's over there. We know it's there.
Yeah,
So why deny it? Just tell us, say, hey, it is secret, but you're not going to find out. Bottom line.
because the government doesn't tell the truth anyway.
Oh, wow. That's even more prevalent now than before, I would think.
Pretty well, yeah, true.
Okay, so let's go on to 1952, 1969. Project Blue Book. U.S. Air Force official UFO investigation program. Conspiracy angle allegedly designed not to investigate, but to debunk UFO sightings. Okay. Out of 12,618 reports, 701 remained unexplained. Shutdown claimed there was no threat and ended the project. Later, whistleblowers and reports contradicted that claim. So, why would you want to debunk UFOs? Again, is it because people would be in fear? I mean, pilots have seen them. Air Force pilots have seen them. They still
When
do.
the Air Force pilots speak out, though, that's like, at first they're kind of reluctant to do so, right?
Yeah,
Like they don't want to do it, and then when they do, they've retired and they're at the point where they're like, okay, what have I got to lose now?
true, true.
Right?
So if that's the case, I'm gonna take a leap here. Okay, if they were so busy covering up UFOs and covering up interdimensional beings and covering up all this stuff that was showing up, creating crop circles. I didn't go there. Anyway, and that has been mostly debunked. But anyway, they debunking all this. Why in the world would they ever have attempted? Now I'm going to get this wrong. It's not the Manhattan Project. It is the Philadelphia Project. Why would they ever attempt to do the Philadelphia Project, assuming they really did?
Okay. I thought it was the Manhattan. I thought the Manhattan Project was that project. Anyway,
No, the Manhattan Project was a nuclear bomb.
right. Philadelphia. Wasn't it the Philadelphia experiment?
Oh, it was a Philadelphia experiment. I'm sorry.
That's
You're right. Not the Philadelphia Project. The Philadelphia experiment. That's true.
Why did
It
they
was-
attempt it? Well, so I'm on the fence if they are actually real or not. I'm thinking if they are real, aliens, I mean, they were reverse engineering something from the crash.
Now, were they attempting to create a portal?
Yes,
And you figured that's what caused, supposedly, hypothetically, because people say they saw, but nobody ever has proof of it.
exactly.
Okay, so the Philadelphia experiment in a nutshell. Now, I'm going to have to, I can't, hang on a second. Where do I have it? Do I have it here? I had it written down somewhere, and I don't know if I still have it. Give me 1 second here.
Mhm.
I may not have the Philadelphia experiment written down. Just a second. Okay, so the Philadelphia experiment is an alleged military experiment conducted by the U.S. Navy in 1943, in which the USS Eldridge, a Navy ship, was supposedly rendered invisible and teleported during a test of electromagnetic fields. And we all know about electromagnetic fields.
We
While
do.
the Navy officially denies any such experiment ever took place, there have been numerous accounts and conspiracy theories about its occurrence. The details and nature of the experiment remain classified, fueling decades of speculation and reports of secrecy. Despite its rarity, the U.S. government has never fully acknowledged or declassified information on this alleged incident. And guys, people, hypothetically, theoretically, were found inside walls, like
Yeah,
covered
half
through
inside,
depths.
and yeah,
You
there's no
know,
way they could have gotten where they were. Yeah,
yeah. And I mean, it's like when they categorically deny it, you have to almost think they're hiding something,
Yeah. So
right?
I found this guy. I didn't find the guy, but he basically said a former Area 51 employee shared his firsthand testimony about advanced alien technology. He says, "quote The UFO world has ignored this man." I don't want to say his name because I don't want to give him credit, but the wilder things he was saying years ago are being mostly confirmed by folks. Uh, they're the consciousness controlled aircraft or craft. Um, there's a lot of weird shit out there, basically. He says they were responsible for these the CIA and other intelligence operatives. That's what it is. Runs the country, and they were responsible for murdering one-time Secretary of Defense James Forrestal in 1949 because he threatened to expose the UFO cover-up. He claims there has been at least 16 downed alien craft, 65 bodies, and one live alien retrieved between 1947 and 1952, with at least 10 more crash or retrievals during the Eisenhower years. This man eventually.
Mike, you froze. Mike,
Yes.
you froze. Did you just stop or did you actually freeze?
No, I was still talking. I didn't stop.
Yeah, we lost your voice. You said something and he was, and then you just froze up.
I said he was mysteriously taken out
Okay.
in 2001.
Okay.
Some people say that it was. There's different theories about why he was taken out and by who, but yeah. I mean, he was a conspiracy theorist, so take that with what you will. But he
Yeah.
seems to have had all this proof about things. Um, yeah, it's really interesting. Like he says, he thinks that he said that the aliens had a meeting with President Eisenhower at Edwards Air Force Base, and they signed an official treaty with an alien ambassador. And he claims the aliens broke the treaty by abducting humans, conspiring with the Soviets, and manipulating society through secret organizations.
It gets more and more political all the time, doesn't it? Wow. I mean,
Yeah,
that's like here, let me spit into the hurricane for a minute. I mean, I'd probably get it back in the face, but it's like it's so far out there that it's not even hard to contemplate that being real.
exactly. Like it just seems so far fetched. Like, do you think? And Philadelphia experiment aside, I mean, maybe we did get the technology from them, but
Yeah.
do you think it's conceivable that we even had some sort of treaty with aliens, or the American government had treaty with aliens? Like, I don't buy it, honestly.
Well, I mean, at the rate that the world has advanced with AI and everything else, I mean, it makes you
Yeah.
wonder that they did it so quickly. There almost has to be influence somewhere. I mean,
Well, yeah, I've had the discussion before. I don't know if it was with you or with someone else, but you think about when man first flew, right? So it was 19, what was it? 1911, 1912. I don't remember the exact year.
yeah,
I know I'm an aviation buff, but I don't remember the first time the Wright brothers took to the skies. But that was just over 100 years ago.
yeah. And look how far we've come in 100 years.
You even put that into perspective where, and I'm not denying that we went to the moon because I fully believe we did.
Yeah, Karen said
but
1912.
but okay, 1912. So fast forward from 1912 to the 1960s. So 50 years. In 50 years, we went from being able to fly for a couple hundred feet to being able to go to the moon.
it's a little mind-boggling, isn't it?
It's insane. The and everything before that is kind of at a snail's pace compared to what we've advanced since basically World War II.
And I hate to say it, the moon landing is up for debate, right? Just
It's up for
throwing it.
debate, but I firmly believe that it happened. I'm
Oh,
sorry, but
I couldn't argue the point. I believe it happened, but there is a
Yeah.
lot of debate around it. But it does go to show you, it almost, if you figure it out, it's like one person's life. I mean, it boggles the mind to think that we went that far, that fast, and how
Exactly.
much faster we've gone since then.
Exactly. And it's like, even since a year ago, look how far AI has come,
Oh God. Yeah,
right? It's
exactly.
blowing up exponentially. But where did AI come from to begin with, right? It was never even a thing, a thought, just even a couple of years ago.
And it brings up a point, and I think I've brought this up before. If you remember the conversation one time we had about the robots that were created, and they actually started talking in their own language, so they actually shut them down because they were scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you stick AI with that,
Yeah.
it's it Bah!
It's all happening while we're alive, like in our
Okay.
current lifetime, right? Like, you even think back to when you were a child, think of how things were back then compared
Oh
to
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah.
Even,
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I know I'm a few years younger than you, but even then, I mean, I grew up in the 80s. You look back in the 80s and everyone goes, oh my God, that was an awful decade, right? And it is what it is. I mean, technology, when there was no such thing as the internet, or it was in its infancy really at the late 80s, but like, it's so different now. And it's like that's not that long ago in the grand scheme of the lifetime of mankind.
So this brings up another question. Okay, and this is just going to throw a whole other bucket at you here. Let's say, and we've talked about this before, what are actual ghosts and spirits? Are they
Yes.
they're the loved ones? Are they all loved ones that have passed on, or are they something else? Okay,
Right.
so do you think that investigators nowadays, using the kind of equipment, whether it be the ghost box, the REM pod, uh, the ovulator, no, the ovulus, the EDI, are we actually teaching them the future? Like, are they learning the future? And that's why we get some of the action we get. Just throw that in there.
I mean, I never looked at it like that. No.
Well, I mean, honestly, when the paranormal first started, people were
Yeah.
basically sitting there with a camera and a recorder.
Yeah.
That's what they were using. And usually it was just a still camera. So
Yeah.
they've come so far, and now we get things that supposedly react with a REM pod or an EDI, or they can deal with pressures or whatever. Like, I mean, we're looking at all kinds of options, all kinds of things here that people claim happen.
hmm
Are they learning as much as we are?
if we're communicating with a extraterrestrial being rather than a ghost, is that where you're going? Or
Well,
is a ghost
no.
even a person?
Well,
Right?
hang on, no.
So
It's yes and no, but at the same time, I'm also saying, is a ghost or spirit, even if it is the after effect of the passing of a loved one, okay, or a person or whatever, creature, or whatever the case may be, do they become, because we know, we've seen it, we've heard it, we've witnessed it, that they travel faster than anything else. They travel exceedingly fast,
yeah,
at least from our perspective.
from our
So
perspective, yes.
with that being said, are they classified as interdimensional beings?
Well, maybe we become interdimensional beings after we die.
So does that mean our intelligence moves on with these interdimensional figures?
Potentially, yes. I mean, anything's
That,
possible.
that's a bit of a scary prospect, isn't it?
It is for sure. And
Is
like,
that
to answer your question, are we teaching them? I think there is plausibility to that, where if you are going to a said location over and over and over again, where you're using the same techniques over and over and over again, and you start to get more responses over time, is the spirits you're talking to learning how to communicate with you, so that way you can actually start to. We're not at the point where we can have a conversation yet. I mean, it's pretty damn close sometimes,
yeah?
but you are learning methods that work, right? Or at least we think they're working.
Mhm.
So
Interesting,
sometimes,
isn't it?
sometimes you go to a location for the first time and nothing happens, and you're going, "Well, that was a bust." But
You
maybe
know
the
what?
spirits you were talking to have never used a REM pod or anything like that. They don't know how any of it works.
It'd be an interesting question to put forth to what's that guy in the show there? Not Ghost Adventures. What the hell you call him? The new one. Kay watches all the time.
Hunted Discoveries.
Haunted Discoveries. Be
Yeah,
interesting to put it forth to that fella, and
yeah.
uh, and the concept, and just see what he says. That would
Hmm.
be actually Haunted Discovery. Yeah, okay, that would be really interesting to see what he says
Yeah,
about that
it would be
whole.
interesting for
Yeah, to
sure.
Brandon, it would be interesting to see what Brandon says about it, because it's a unique. You'd have to write it out so it's pushed properly, but it'd be interesting to see what his response was. So I got a couple of things. I got the Murray Island UFO incident, 1947. This was covered up. One of the rarest, most obscure government cover-ups, according to 1947 in Washington, occurred. Harold Dow and his son claimed to have witnessed a UFO near Murray Island, where the object supposedly dropped metal debris, which later caused a mysterious death. The incident was investigated by the U.S. Army Air Force, which reportedly covered up the story, dismissing it as a hoax. However, many believe the military suppressed the truth to avoid the public.
Of course they did.
Um, well, to avoid the public panic and to conceal the discovery of extraterrestrial technology. This incident remains shrouded in mystery, with the cover-up fueling UFO conspiracy theories. Then I love this one. This goes away from it, but again, it was covered up. The project, get it? I got it. The Project Stargate. How to say it? Psychic Research Program, 1970-1990. Okay. From 1970 to 1990, the U.S. government conducted secret research into the use of psychic phenomena, such as remote viewing, for military and intelligence purposes under a program known as Project Stargate. The government funded psychic spies who were believed to have the ability to see distant locations or gather intelligence through extrasensory perception (ESP). While it was largely kept under wraps, the program was eventually declassified in the 1990s, revealing that the government spent millions of dollars on these studies despite limited success and skepticism from the scientific community. Now, do you know anybody that can get stuff from a distance? Anyway, just throwing it out there.
From a distance.
Huh?
From a distance.
Yeah, from a distance. The Area 51 cover up, which, yeah, we know they fueled that. The U.S. government role in orchestrating the successful Apollo 11 mission and its subsequent cover up of the alleged alien technology and advanced space exploration techniques, which techniques has been a subject of fascination for decades. Claims that the moon landing was staged in a studio, as well as conspiracies about UFOs and extraterrestrial encounters, continue to be hotly debated. Despite evidence to the contrary, the government continued silence and secrecy regarding alien discoveries, maintained the cover-ups, and mystery. So there's a bunch of stuff, and that was just a few of them. Let's see if I have any more. No, that was it for now. But it goes to show that there is um, there's a lot of stuff. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you're talking um, like just to run through it because we're running short on time. Right, Area 51, Project Blue Book, the Pentagon's UFO program, Majestic 21 documents, Project Stargate, which I just read you, the Rendlesham Forest incident, right? Another thing. The Dulles Base Theory, Operation High Jump, and the NASA UFOs, 1946, 1947, the Black Knight satellite, and then you have the Moon Talk Project, the Philadelphia experiment, the I can't even say it, Vargan incident in Brazil. It goes on and on and on and on and on. And
Yeah.
all these are all covered up by the governments or various governments they're associated with. And I
Yeah.
mean, I can't understand. Like, I can understand if you were looking at the government saying it's going to cause mass panic, but
Well,
I
I mean, it's the easy way out of it all, right? Is just to deny.
yeah, I guess. I mean, we know who does a lot of that lately. So, I mean, it's yeah, it's one of those things. But I think that there's a for me personally, and this is just my last 2 cents really on this kind of thing, is that I think if you look at it, I think that the UFOs, the cryptozoology, the ghost spirits, whatever we want to call them, whatever we're dealing with, I think that they are all interconnected. There is something that's relevant between them all, but I have, for the life of me, I can't really guess what it is. Do I think that there's certain things that aren't real? Yes. Do I really believe that Bigfoot is wandering around the forest? No, I'm sorry, I don't. It's something. There may be some creature like that, but it's not interdimensional. I don't think so. I don't believe in that much. Now, maybe if somebody took me out there and hunted one, and I actually saw it and took a picture of it and went, "Oh my god," then I'd have to think about it. But every time they collect air samples, it's something else. So, I mean, come on. Like, I'm sorry. The old saying, "Does a bear crap in the woods?" Well, does Bigfoot? Sorry, that would be one big crap. Anyway, you can't find any. Why? I mean, it's not like he takes it and washes it down the stream just because he doesn't want anybody to find it. I don't think so. So, yeah. Do I believe Nessie could exist? Yes. Right? Something equivalent to it, maybe. But do I believe it exists? Possibly. Do I believe there's a correlation between aliens and ghosts, spirits? I do, to a point. Rare, but I do. But then again, my experience is one way or the other. So I think it's just a lot of it. There's a lot of tie between it all. And I do really think, based on what I just told you earlier, I do really think that I think that we're helping the spirits we deal with maybe learn the concepts of what we're using to help communicate. Whether we can prove that or not, that's a whole other story. That's my
Yeah.
2 cents.
I mean, I know we always say that what we do is a hobby, which it really is, but are we also providing a service, so to speak, right? Like, as paranormal researchers, investigators, are we a are we needed, right? Like, to try to find a way to communicate with whatever may be out there, right? There's a lot of people that are closed-minded and just say no, it's a bunch of whatever, and they're fine with that. But then there's people like us that kind of are more open to the possibilities, right?
Yeah.
So, um, I there's and there's the thing is, like, you talk to the average person on the street, most of them are kind of open to it, so like they kind of have a little bit of an interest, but a lot of them are also like, it freaks me out, so I don't want to talk about it. And maybe that's why the government denies, because there is that fear. They don't want to have fear everywhere. right? They don't want people to be fearing for their lives, thinking that there's a spaceship that's going to come over the city and destroy everything and everyone's going to die, right? Um, I'm with you. I kind of have the same belief levels as you on all of it. Um, I'm also with you on the Bigfoot thing. I have a sticker on my car. It says either believe in Bigfoot or you're wrong.
Yeah,
But it's a joke.
I love
It's just
that.
a joke. I don't actually believe in Bigfoot. I think that there's, like you said, there's no scientific evidence to back it up.
Yeah,
But there's also no scientific evidence to back up ghosts either, right? Which is kind of why we're doing it the way we do it. We are taking a scientific approach to it.
good point.
Because,
Yes,
to a point, because no, we're not looking to provide validation or evidence to the general public. But if you can capture something where it's tangible, real proof, then you kind of have to, right? You kind of go, well, look what we got. But until then, it's not going to be, it's just all going to be a bunch of science fiction for most people. So,
true.
and that's really what it is with aliens too. A lot of it is just science fiction. Everyone has their theories. Like this last one really had me going here. I apologize, I'm losing my voice again. This theory suggests that interdimensional beings or aliens have been influencing significant historical events or artifacts in our history. The only thing that makes sense are these things being responsible for the creation of, for example, the Ark, the Sankara stones, the Holy Grail, and technology that allowed Archimedes to develop I can't say the word, Antikythera.
Well,
I
that's all
mean,
right.
people think that
I
aliens,
couldn't understand that last word either. So there you go.
yeah.
But I
I
mean,
mean, people think aliens made the Great Pyramids too, right? So come on.
well, and yeah, because how can they be so damn accurate,
Exactly.
right? Over
Exactly.
years, hundreds of years.
So,
So
I mean, who
there's a
knows?
lot. There is one last thing because I think, guys, we're right at the end of our show. And one thing that came to my mind, Mike, when you were saying everything there, it may not be because the government's worried about mass panic. It may be now. Here, think about this, guys. Just we're gonna say goodnight, but think about this. Maybe it's not the people that are afraid; it's the government that's afraid of losing the power. Ta-da. So, folks, Mike, it is actually 9 o'clock. So it's been a hell of a
So
show.
it is.
I mean, and we're very happy to be back. It's been it's like bang on time for bed. But yeah, it's been a great show, and I'm glad that we're back. And yeah, um,
Even though I don't have my thumb.
yeah. He doesn't have the star thumbs anymore. I'll have to find out what happened with that one. Uh, anyway,
Wah,
guys.
wah.
So from myself, anyway, to start, thank you all for joining Off the Cuff again. And stay tuned for next month. Then we'll have either some more stuff to talk about or another guest. Who knows? We're not done with all the group members yet, so there are people
Nope.
still on the list.
Mhm.
So yeah, thank you all for watching, and have an awesome night. From myself, Daryl.
And myself, Mike.
We wish you all the best, and thank you for joining us on Cuff Paranormal. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.